What is up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast. This is Top 5 Christian version, Top 5 Part 2. It's Easter. Hope everyone's having a good Easter. So why not do a Top 5 Christian version, which I was planning on doing anyway, but it just makes sense doing it today, right? Let's get started. I'm not doing your contemporary Christian artists like Lauren Daigle, Katie Nicole, Jesus Culture. I'm strictly sticking with rock and metal. I like the other ones, but like I said, trying to make a rock metal channel. So, first one is Michael Sweet, but I'm specifically going to talk about Stryper. Top 5 Stryper albums. One of my heroes, by the way. Also got a giant poster right there. So I always thought Murder by Pride, which was 2009, was phenomenal. I love that record. That's number 1. Give me a minute. And then, I'm going to get some hate for this. Honestly, I'd probably put When We Were Kings next. Their newest record that came out last year. I love that album. And then I'd probably put The Yellow and Black Attack. I think that's a great record. I'm normally weird about bands' first albums. I normally don't like them too much. But that one's fire. Then honestly, I'd probably do To Hell with the Devil and then Against the Law. I know they don't like Against the Law, and I totally get it. But dude, I banger album. I love it. So shout out to Fallen. Fallen's a good record. But anyway, so that's my top 5 Stryper albums. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. The next band is Wolves at the Gate, which I've seen twice. Good live show. For me, Eclipse is always my favorite. I don't know, man, just so many good songs on there. I'd probably do Eclipse, then I'd do Captors, and then their newest one, Into the Wasteland. Let me take that back. I would do Eclipse, Lowborn EP, underrated, Captors, and then Into the Wasteland. I love their new album though, Into the Wasteland. It's so heavy, dude. I love it so much. Alright, since Mercy Me showed up, we'll do Coming Up to Breathe and their Almost There record. Coming Up to Breathe is my favorite though. The Undone album, which had Where You Lead Me, Homesick, that was good too, but Coming Up to Breathe, I love that record. Hey girl. She wanted to join again. My other one's right here, but he's asleep. Anyone who says pets are just animals clearly have never had pets. I love coming home to them. I'll do an honorable mention, I guess. I would put Manifest, his Run with Wolves album and Fighter album. Outside of that, I didn't get into him too much. Wage War. Arguably, we could say they're Christian if you look at their lyrics. In my opinion, they could be. I felt God when I listened to them, but that's just me. Regardless, How you feel? I love the band. Good live show. I've seen them. Warped Tour was my first experience, and then their Dead Weight Tour right after that came out. Oh, that's tough. So the only album of theirs I didn't like was Manic. I couldn't get into it. I tried. Listened to it all the way through. I don't know. It just didn't settle with me, I guess. I'd probably put Dead Weight at number 1. And then, honestly, Stigma receives a lot of crap, but I loved it. So I'd probably do Dead Weight, Stigma, Blueprints, and Pressure. Pressure, a lot of people didn't like either, but I loved it. But I love it when bands mix it up, but they still sound like themselves, unlike Asking Alexandria. That's a different conversation. Alright, next we got our boys in The Devil Wears Prada. I understand the band kind of fell away from their faith, but back when they were good, ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Alright, I'd probably do Zombie EP, Dead Throne, and then with Roots Above. With Roots Above and Dead Throne, it's kind of tied. I could go either way. I'd probably do that. Zombie, Dead Throne, with Roots Above. And obviously 818. I love 818, but I feel like that's where Mike's voice kind of started going down, so I'm like, And then I would put Supernova, HTML rules. Yeah, I can't talk. HTML rules, dude. Redemption and Salvation 5th, even though those are the only songs I got from this record. Again, I'm weird with bands' first couple albums. What? What, sweetie? That's just rolling all over me. Who do we have next? This weather's been killing me, man. Under Oath. Ironically, like The Devil Wears Prada, they also went downhill. So I'm going to get flack for this. I wasn't a big fan of their Only Chasing Safety, other than Some Will Seek Forgiveness. But honestly, I would put Lost in the Sound of Separation first. I love that record. It's underrated. Then Disambiguation, mature sound but still heavy. And Spencer was doing all the vocals. Nothing against Aaron, but... And then Define the Great Line. Although, In Regards to Myself was one of the first songs I heard. One of them. Then we got our boys and our ladies in Skillet. Singing live, good live show, secular events, Christian events. That's tough. Awake was the first CD I ever had. That's tough. Probably put Rise first. I think Rise is underrated, and I love that album so much. So Rise, Awake, and then their newest album. What is it? Revolution. I have the back half of the album. Then I got a few songs from Unleashed. It's a lesser known band, Safe Mode. They're from Italy, I believe. So I'd probably put the Gold Digger EP first. No. Colorblind first, Gold Digger EP, and then For a Better Tomorrow. They're real solid though. Check them out. I think they're Italy. Hold on. I know they're out of country, but I don't remember where they're at. But they toured with For Today at one point. Matty Mullins, I'll go ahead and put Memphis Mayfire in the same boat. I understand not everyone's Christian, but it's Matty Mullins. His self-titled Unstoppable his solo project Unstoppable, I love that record. As far as Memphis Mayfire goes, the only full album I have is their newest one. What, Hector? Let's say hi to you guys. He a chunky boy, but he's losing weight. Anyway, Memphis Mayfire. The only full record I got was their newest one. I forget what it's called. That one's good. And then Unconditional Love. There's some bangers on that one. But I wasn't a diehard fan of them in general. Good live show, though. 2015 Warped Tour. And then we got our boys and Impending Doom. Deathcore band from California. Come on, boy. Gotta love him. Hector gets on Esther's nerves, but they love each other. Anyway, Impending Doom. Sorry. I'm easily distracted. Okay. Man, I gotta pick 5 albums. What's your favorite Impending Doom record or song? I think the first song I heard was off of Now Dead Risen. That's tough. To be honest, I'd probably do Baptized in Filth at number 1, The Serpent Servant number 2. Then Death Will Reign. Beyond the Grave, that song is probably one of my favorite songs. So, Baptized in Filth, Serpent Servant, Death Will Reign. To be honest with you, I'd probably do Sin and Doom Volume 2, and then The Last Days, Towards the Light EP last. Hellbent wasn't bad, but I only liked a couple songs. The Last Days EP, dude, killer album. War of Ages, lesser known but still good. Hold on, I love War of Ages. I've seen them live twice. Once back with Phineas. Sorry about that. Got some stuff going on. Ooh, that's tough. Alpha's probably my favorite record. Then honestly, I'd probably put their new one, Dominion. That's a banger album. Then I'd probably do Supreme Chaos, and then Arise and Conquer. Fire from the Tomb was good, and then Eternal and Return to Life is phenomenal. But those are my favorite. Then everybody knows these guys from Iowa. Not Slipknot. For Today. I was able to see them 3 times. Warped Tour. And then on their Fight the Silence tour with Fit for a King, Gideon, Silent Planet, and Fit for a King. And then on the Wake tour. So I'd probably do Prevailer first. That's my favorite album. then Fight the Silence, and then their Breaker album. Everything else is a couple songs here and there. Yeah. And I've met them a couple times. No, I've seen them 4 times. Live festival. Then we got our boys from Dallas, Texas. Fit for the King. Say what you want. I know some members may not be spiritual anymore. I don't know, but I know not every band wants to be in the Christian category, which I get to, but I still think they're doing God's work. So honestly, I always loved Slave to Nothing. I saw them on that tour. It's a shame, though, because that album is so good front to back. But I understand it was an odd point in the band's career, and they don't play much of it. Then honestly, let me change that. Dark Skies, Slave to Nothing, Death Grip, Hell We Create, and Lonely God. Creation, Destruction, and Descendants is phenomenal, but I like the other ones a little bit better. Demon Hunter from Tennessee. Anyone love Demon Hunter out there? Outlive is number 1 because it's got my favorite song, Jesus Wept. It's always been my favorite. And probably Storming the Gates of Hell, Extremist. Their new album, I forget what it's called. Sorrow Light the Way. No, There Was a Light Here. And then my final, I love True Defiance, but I'll put that last on the list. And then props to The Brink, Worlds Apart, and Some of Us singles. So honorable mentions. I love those songs. Then we got our boys from Red. What do you guys think about Michael Barnes leaving? I think the one guy's pretty good. He was a solid replacement. This is kind of easy. Release the Panic and Until We Have Faces. Everything else, I just got a couple of songs here and there. Release the Panic is underrated, man. That came out when I was in school. I love Release the Panic. Seen them live once, I believe. Spirit Song, Kings Island, I think. Then we got our boys from San Diego, Switchfoot. What do you guys think of their newest song? I haven't liked anything past Fading West. It is more rockier, but I can't get into it, man. I'm weird. So this is going to be tough. I've seen these guys lots of times, too. Y'all might hate me for this, but Vice Versa is number 1. Hello Hurricane number 2. Nostalgia is Learning to Breathe. That was the first album I ever heard. And then, honestly, y'all are going to hate me for this. Nothing is Sound and No Gravity. I think Oh Gravity's underrated. Love the Beautiful Let Down. But, I don't know, man. Something about those other albums. We got our boys from For All Eternity. From Australia, actually. They only got 3 albums out. I'd probably do Beyond the Gates first. Metanoia. And The Will to Rebuild. I love The Rebuild, though. Definitely a mature album for them. And we got August Burns Red. Good live show. Honestly, I only got a couple of their songs from certain albums. My favorites were Rescue and Restore, Phantom Anthem. I'll probably put Phantom Anthem at number 1, then Rescue and Restore at number 2. I didn't like a whole lot past Phantom Anthem other than some singles. Behemoth is good, their newest one. I love that song. And we got our boys in Phineas. Seen them live a couple times too. I got one of their posters over there. You okay, Esther? Okay. Yeah, she's fine. Thought she was gonna get sick. Till the End, phenomenal record. And honestly, I'd probably put Dark Flag next, and then The Last Word Is Yours to Speak. I saw them on their Last Word Is Yours to Speak with War of Ages. I saw them on that tour, and I saw them on their Till the End tour. That might be it. Yeah, that's it as far as a rock and metal, at least that I like. Let me know what you think, if you disagree or agree with the lists. Hope everyone is having a good time with their families, and keep rocking.